Yes, students, today I'm going to revise chapter Outcomes of Democracy from Civics. First of all, what is democracy? Democracy is a form of government in which powers are in the hands of people. India is a democratic country, and you know India is the largest democracy in the world. According to Abraham Lincoln, it is a government of the people, for the people, and by the people. Independent judiciary, civil liberties, and various fundamental rights are the features of democracy. In democratic countries, elections are held after fixed tenure. People have full right to criticize the functioning of government. And in democratic countries, people can quit or join any political party or political association. There are various other features of democracy. For example, in this chapter, you will read about accountable, responsive, and legitimate government. Accountable, responsive, and legitimate government. Democracy is an accountable, responsive, and legitimate government. Now, what is an accountable? Accountable means answerable. Democratic government is accountable or answerable to the people. Representatives, I have told you, representatives are elected by people through elections. And representatives work according to the wishes of the people. They take decisions on the behalf of the people and they work according to the wishes of the people. RTI, Right to Information Act, make government accountable because by this people have full right to know about the functioning of government. So we can say democratic government is accountable government. It is responsive. Democratic government always take responsive decisions. And for the decisions taken by the government, it is also always responsible. In democratic countries, decisions are taken by consulting large number of the people of the society. Though decision making is slow in democracy, but decisions are always taken by consulting large number of the people of the society, and such decisions are always good for the majority of the people. They are always, we can say, good for the whole of the society because these decisions are taken by consulting large number of the people of the society, whereas in other forms of government, such as in monarchy or dictatorial, quick decisions are taken. In democratic countries, decision making is slow, whereas in monarchy or dictatorial, decision making is quick. But decisions are taken by consulting large number of the people of the society are always for the beneficial of the, always good for the whole of the society. So democratic government is responsive, always take responsive decisions and is responsible for the decisions taken by it. It is legitimate government. Yes, government is legitimate because rulers are elected, rulers or leaders are elected by people. Representatives are elected by people through elections. Elections are held after fixed tenure and people select the candidates according to their choice. So government is legitimate also. Next is in democratic countries, economic growth and development is slow, whereas in other forms of government, in monarchy or dictatorial, economic growth and development is quick, fast. In democratic countries, economic growth and development is slow, whereas in other forms of government, such as in monarchy or dictatorial, it is fast. So, should we reject democracy for this? Because in democracy, I'm telling economic growth is slow. Economic growth and development is slow. Should we reject democracy for this? No. We can't reject democracy for slow economic growth and development. It is the best form of government. There is no better government than democracy. And government can only create conditions. It depends upon the citizens to avail benefits or not. So we can't reject democracy for slow economic growth and development because here we can't blame government. There are other various factors responsible for the slow economic growth and development. Now, which are the factors that are responsible for the slow economic growth and development? Now listen the factors. First is growing population. We can say growing population is the main reason. Then economic priority adopted by the country. Then global situation. Global situation. Listen again. First, we can say factors responsible for the slow economic growth and development. First is growing population, then cooperation from other countries, economic priorities adopted by the country, and global situation of the country. These are the factors responsible for the slow economic growth and development. So we can't blame government for slow economic growth and development. In this way, we can't reject government for this. I have told you it is the best form of government. There is no better option than democracy. As it is the best form of government today, only 1/4 world is non-democratic. Rest of the world has become democratic. So this is the main, we can say it is the best form of government. That's why countries are becoming democratic day by day. So next is, we can say democracy, how democracy accommodate diversity. What are the conditions adopted by democracy to accommodate diversity? So in this field, democratic government is successful. How democracy accommodate diversity? In this field, we can say democratic government is successful. For example, here you can give example of India, that in India there is unity in diversity. Accommodate diversity is the next topic. Here I have told you, here you can give example of India also. There is unity in diversity in India. People of diverse group live together because our government has shared its powers with the people of diverse group. Now what? In democratic countries, majority and minority both work together. Majority has no right to dominate minority. Government always carry general views and majority cannot do whatever it want. For example, you have read about Sri Lanka also. In Sri Lanka, Sinhalas, they were in majority and Tamils were in minority. And Sinhalas dominated the Tamils. Sinhalas were in majority and Tamils were in minority. Sinhalas always dominated the Tamil. They ignored Tamil. Uh, they refused to fulfill the demands of the Tamil. So due to this, there was civil war in Sri Lanka. Whereas in Belgium, people of diverse group live in Belgium also. There was ethnic variation in Belgium, but government shared its powers and accommodate the diversity. They amended their constitution 4 times. And in India also, we can say people of diverse group live together only because our government has followed few conditions. Now, which are the few conditions which are followed by democratic government to accommodate diversity? For example, you will write like this: majority and minority both work together. Majority cannot do whatever it want, and government carry general views. No doubt, democratic government is the rule of majority. But here, majority is not formed on the basis of caste, race, religion, language. Everyone can be the part of majority. So, democratic government always accommodate diversity. Next, you have read in this chapter about inequality and poverty. Inequality and poverty. This is the major challenge faced by democratic countries these days. Poverty and inequality is the major challenge faced by democratic countries these days because wealth of the country is not equally distributed by the government. For example, rich are becoming richer day by day and poor are becoming poorer day by day. After so many years of independence in our country, 26% people are below poverty line. And in Bangladesh, half of the population means 50% people in Bangladesh are below poverty line. So for this, government is responsible, and this is the major challenge faced by democratic government these days. This challenge, I have told you that this is the major challenge, and this challenge can be overcome if government start distributing the wealth of the country in a proper way. So this challenge can be overcome. Inequality and poverty can be overcome if government start distributing the wealth in a proper manner. Next is to promote the dignity of the citizens. Democratic government promote the dignity of its citizens. Dignity of its citizens. Yes. Democratic government promote the dignity of its citizens by giving them equal rights. For example, earlier, women were not given equal rights as men. In different parts of the world, women had to struggle along. In France, women struggled for about 200 years, and women launched various movements to get equal rights as given to men. For example, they launched feminist movements. Feminists are the people who believes in equal rights for both men and women. But when countries of the world started becoming democratic, they started giving equal rights to both men and women. So democratic government promote the dignity of its citizens by giving them equal rights. India is the largest democracy in the world, and in India we can say our government has given equal rights to both men and women. And in our country, seats are also reserved for SC and ST. In this way, we can say government promote the dignity of these people. Also, government has promoted the dignity of these people, these SC and ST. So, democratic government promote the dignity of its citizens by giving them equal rights. Now, in this chapter, you have read about various features of democracy. For example, in the beginning, I have told you independent judiciary is the main feature of democracy. In democratic countries, judiciary is totally independent. It is not under the control of legislature, executive, president, prime minister. Judges can take their decisions in an independent way without any outer pressure. I have told you about civil liberties. In democratic countries, citizens enjoy various civil liberties. They enjoy various rights. They can quit any political party. They can join any political party. They can form political associations. So citizens enjoy various civil liberties in democratic countries. In democratic countries, citizens have full right to criticize the functioning of government. These days, you have noticed peasants, they are protesting. Peasants of Punjab are protesting because sometimes government make laws which are not in the favor of the majority of the people. And then only in democratic countries, people have right to protest against the functioning of the government. And you have noticed these days how peasants are protesting against the law made by the government. Because we are living in a democratic country. अगर country democratic नहीं होती, monarchy होती, तो आज सब arrest होते. Because in democratic countries, citizens have full right to criticize the functioning of government. Next, in this chapter, you have read about accountable, responsive, and legitimate government. Yes, this you can also write in features. Government is accountable, responsive, and legitimate. Next, you can also write democratic government promote the dignity of its citizens by giving them equal rights, and it accommodates diversity. So these are the features of a democratic government. Now next is why democracy is better than its alternatives or other forms of government. What's the reason? Why democracy is the best form of government? So you can compare democratic form of government with other form of government such as with monarchy or dictatorial. In this way, by comparing, you can write democracy is the best form of government. There is no better government than democracy. क्योंकि ये बेस्ट है, that's why countries are preferring to become democratic. Only 1/4 world is non-democratic, and still and countries which are non-democratic, they are also struggling to become a democratic. So why democracy is better? First of all, we can say in democratic countries, judiciary is independent, whereas in other forms of government, judiciary is not independent. It is under the control of monarch or dictator. Decisions of judges can be changed by monarch or dictator, but in democracy, judges can give their decisions in an independent manner. And in democratic countries, we have told you, citizens enjoy civil liberties. Whereas in other forms of government, it depends upon the monarch or dictator to give civil liberties to the people or not. In democratic countries, citizens have full right to criticize the functioning of government. Whereas in other form of government, people are not allowed to criticize their rulers or their dictator. They have no right to say anything against their monarch or dictator. They are not allowed. Next, in democratic countries, democratic government is accountable, whereas monarchy or dictatorial, they are not accountable. Democratic government is legitimate, whereas monarchy is not legitimate. In democratic, people elect the representatives through elections, whereas in monarchy, no elections are held. So in this way, and we can also say democratic government promote the dignity of its citizens by giving them equal rights, whereas in other forms of government, equal rights are not given to the citizens. Sometimes only rights are given to rich people. So in this way, and women have also not given rights. For example, in Saudi Arabia, women have not given equal rights as given to men. Value of vote of women is also not same as men. So in this way, we can say non-democratic countries, women have also not given equal rights. So in this way, we can say democratic government is the best government, is better than its alternatives. In this way, by comparing, you can write it is the best form of government or it is better than its alternatives. Next, in democracy, examination never gets over. Topic is examination in democracy. Examination in democracy never gets over. Justify or give reason. Examination in democracy never gets over. Justify or give reason. कैसे भी आए. As I've told you, it is the best form of government. So, expectations of people are more from the government. If government give some facilities to the people, people never get satisfied. They demand more. And in this way, we can say people always see their power holders critically because they want to make them best. Listen again, examination in democracy never gets over. In democratic form of government, examination never gets over. If government clears one challenge, another is ready. If it clears one test, produces another. Because it is the best form of government and expectations of people are more from the government. If government give some facilities to the people, people never get satisfied. They demand more and more. They always see their power holders critically because they want to make them best. So in this way, we can say in democracy, examination never gets over. I think whole chapter, no, it will be clear to you. If you are having any problem, you can raise your hand and ask. If you are having any doubts regarding this chapter, you can ask. Again, I am going to start the quick recap of this chapter. Listen again in this chapter. What type of questions can be asked? First is, define democracy, write its features. Write the features of good democratic form of government. तो एक ही बात है, good democratic form of government के features या features of democracy आए तो answer is same. ठीक है, independent judiciary, civil liberties, to criticize the functioning of government. Next, accountable, responsive, legitimate government, promote the dignity of its citizens, accommodate diversity. These are the features of good democratic form of government. Next, democratic government is accountable, responsive, and legitimate, justify. So you have to explain all. Accountable, responsive, and legitimate. You have to explain all. Next, economic growth and development in democratic countries is slow. Should we reject it? Whereas in dictatorial it is fast. So should we reject democracy? कभी भी भूल के democracy को reject नहीं करना, because it is the best form of government. We are saying that it is the best form of government. There is no better option than democracy. Today only 1/4 world is non-democratic and it is trying to become democratic. क्योंकि ये best है तो हर कोई democratic बनने की कोशिश कर रहा है. So next, you will write that for this we can't blame government. We can't reject government. We can't blame government. It's a government. Government can only create conditions. Depends upon citizens to avail benefits or not. ठीक है ना? So for this, there are other various factors which are responsible. अब आप वो factors बताओगे. First is growing population, economic priorities adopted by the country, cooperation from other countries, global situation. So these are the factors responsible for the slow economic growth and development. Next, poverty and inequality. In this, you will write that this is the major challenge faced by democratic government these days. In democratic countries, rich are becoming richer and poor are becoming poorer because wealth of the country is not equally distributed by the government. And in India, after so many years of independence, still 26% people are below poverty line, and in Bangladesh, 50% people are below poverty line. One more question can be asked, how much percent people in Bangladesh are below poverty line? So you have to write 50% people. So next is this, you will write that this challenge can be overcome. ये challenge overcome हो सकता है कैसे? If government start distributing the wealth in a proper manner. Next, democratic government accommodate diversity. What type of conditions followed by democratic government to accommodate diversity? Majority and minority दोनों मिलके काम करते हैं. Majority cannot dominate minority. Government carry general views. No doubt it is the rule of majority. हम कहते हैं democracy is the rule of majority. But here majority is not formed on the basis of caste, religion, language, Everyone can be the part of majority. For example, BJP is the ruling party at present and BJP में हर कास्ट हर रिलीजन के लोग आपको मिलेंगे. वो कोई एक रिलीजन को लेके गवर्नमेंट नहीं बनी हुई, ठीक है. इट इज़ नो डाउट इट इज़ द रूल ऑफ मेजोरिटी. मेजोरिटी में वो गवर्नमेंट पार्टी आई तभी उसने गवर्नमेंट बनाई. बट मेजोरिटी एवरीवन कैन बी द पार्ट ऑफ मेजोरिटी. हिंदू, सिख, मुस्लिम सब मिलेंगे आपको उस पार्टी में. So it is the no doubt it is the rule of majority, but majority is not on the basis of caste, religion, language, and we can say everyone can be the part of majority. So these are the conditions democratic government follow to accommodate diversity. So here you can give example of India. In India, people of diverse group live together only because our government has shared its powers with the people of diverse group. Next is promote dignity. Democratic government promote the dignity of its citizens by giving them equal rights. तो इसमें आप बताओगे अर्लियर स्ट्रक्चर जो था ना सोसाइटी का, दैट वाज पैट्रियार्चल. पैट्रियार्चल मीन्स मेल डोमिनेटिंग सोसाइटीज वर देयर इन द वर्ल्ड. Women were not given rights. Women had to struggle a lot. In France, women struggled for about 200 years, whereas in other countries also women struggled a lot to get equal rights as given to men. And after independence, our government, our new constitution, when our constitution was framed, that has given equal rights to men and women. And in our country, equal rights are given to men and women. India is the largest democracy, and in our country, seats are reserved for SC and ST. In this way, government has promoted the dignity of these people also. Next, examination in democracy never gets over. Yes, it's true. If government clears one challenge, another is ready. It produces another because it's the best form of government. And expectations of people are more from the government. If government give us facility, people never get satisfied. They demand more and more because they always see their power holders critically. They want to make them best. So examination in democracy never gets over. Why democracy is better than its alternatives? Compare the features of democracy with the other form of government. By comparing, you will write why democracy is better than its alternatives. So students, please revise this chapter thoroughly. And if you are having any problem, you can discuss with me so that you can get good marks in exams. And work hard because exams are coming. So all the best.